Well, that's my G2 Barracuda pool cleaner moving around the floor of the pool at the moment, but we've had so many problems with it, we just can't seem to keep it moving. The only way we can do it at the moment is to run the filter on high, which is over and above the spec that's required regarding the hydrostatic flow valve. I mean, it's about 5 times higher than it needs to be, but if we do it by the spec, it just won't move around the floor, and then it'll get to a place like this, even on high, and it runs aground. And as you can see, if I keep filming, it won't move, it'll stay exactly where it is. Now, we've tried different approaches to this. The weight, the ballast ring, we've had it down low, we've had it up high, we've had it in the middle area, we've had the bumper ring down low as per the spec. We find that if we have it right down at the head of the machine, it gets bogged more frequently. At least when it does this, we can move the hose a little bit, get it going, and we can get about another, 2 or 3 minutes of movement all by itself. So that's how bad it is. Now, if we have a look around the pool is dirty. We've left it purposely dirty because you can see the track. We're in a winter mode at the moment, and we had the pool blanket on it for a while, so it created a lot of moss. And the moss is great, and the leaf as well, the debris is great because you can see where your pool cleaner is tracking. You don't have to stand and watch it all the time. And you can see there's a big area that it hasn't picked up there. I don't always expect it to get up the sides. We can brush that off, but you can see that in the middle of the floor area, the flat area, is where where the Barracuda spends most of its time. Sorry, it doesn't spend most of its time. It spends most of its time tracking up and down the corners of the pool. Have a look how clean it is down in that corner. Well, that's because it gets bogged in those corners. It doesn't get caught on the light fittings. We know that ledge on the opposite side has a role to play. We like to sit on that ledge in the summer and have drinks along there, just dangle our feet and waists in the water. But the problem that it causes is that the hose that bounces off the walls and guides the device around the pool is overlapping the step. So there's a tendency for the Barracuda to want to march up and down that wall than do the floor. But even when we've got it running relatively well, it still misses a whole bunch of space down the bottom. We've replaced the skirt, we've replaced the foot, the cassette has changed. I've tried a bigger ring, bumper ring. It seemed to work better in some parts of the pool, but not in others. It alleviated some issues, but then created new ones when it got hung up on the steps. I'm not really sure what I can do, what there is left to do. I mean, if you have a look, this is where it got bogged a few moments ago. It's still there. Now you can sit there and watch it, and it'll gain a few inches and then it'll fall away. It'll gain a few inches and then it'll fall away. More or less, it's covering an area probably a little bit less than a square metre, and it will require some effort on our part to go and move that hose for it to continue wandering. But if we go back to the pool floor again, you can see a large area that hasn't been picked up, and that's over several weeks of attempting to get this thing to work. We could have vacuumed it up with a handheld, a manual operated vacuum, but it's better to leave it a little dirty just so that you can see where the thing is tracking. That's what we found. Anyway, so if you've got any information with regards to the Barracuda G2 pool cleaner, any suggestions would be appreciated.